Hi guys, it's Adria. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about stalkers. Okay, so first of all, we will start back. This was a few years ago. On Instagram, there was this certain person that followed me. He would just comment, he would go back to like my first pictures, just liking everything, commenting on every single picture. If it was a photo that didn't have me in it, he wouldn't bother liking it. He would only go back and like my selfies and stuff like that. So I ended up blocking him, obviously. And then he made new accounts. And this happened probably 2 or 3 times. He made a new account and would follow me. And I would just be like, are you serious? I don't know how this happened, but he somehow acquired my phone number. I don't know if like he looked me up on Facebook, but I have my Facebook set up that only people that are mutual friends with me can like look me up. So like if you're someone watching this video, like you wouldn't be able to find me on Facebook because we don't have mutual friends. Does that make sense? Unless you know me in real life, you won't be able to find me. So one day I just start getting texts and it's from a completely different area code, and I was just like, what the heck? Who is this? And he's like, oh, it's a blah blah. I'm like, are you kidding me? I had never had this happen to me before, so it was freaky, and of course I blocked the number. I was like, do not text me ever again. Like, he was just so weird. Like, I felt bad for him in a way because he wasn't the most attractive guy, and I know he was probably just lonely. So I wasn't trying to like be mean or anything or off-putting or anything. I was like, look, if you have anything to say to me, I have KEEK. I like don't text me without me giving you my number. Like, that's just not okay. Then I remember like he sent me a message on KEEK and he sent me like a link to something and I clicked it and it was like this, I'd like to say it was a necklace, I think, and it had pandas on it and it was like $8,000. And he's like, oh, after I get my next paycheck, I'm gonna buy this for you. I was like, the hell? What the heck is this guy doing? I replied like, no, do not buy that for me. That's weird. So that happened. I have not had any kind of contact with him for at least a year and a half. Like, it's been a while. I block him. Like, if I see he makes a new account, follows me, like, just block him. Yeah. So I don't know if he follows me now. I mean, I have like over 4,000 Instagram followers, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of manage who follows me and who doesn't. But as long as he's not looking up my phone number, I mean, I've changed my phone number since then. He doesn't have my current phone number, so that's good. Like, how did you get my phone number, dude? Like, someone leaked my phone number? I don't know. So then a more recent story is not really a stalker, but someone that just creeps me out at my job. So at first, I thought he was just a really nice person because you know how there are just people that are just genuinely nice just because they are nice people. It doesn't matter how attractive somebody is to them. It doesn't matter like somebody's age, like they're just nice to you. Like, it doesn't matter if you're ugly, how old you are, boy, girl, like they're just nice to everybody. I thought he was someone like that was just nice to everyone. You know, and everybody always said like how creepy he was, how weird he was, and I'm just like, that's mean, you know, like he's never done anything weird. So he just started getting really, really weird. He would ask me like what days I was working, and I was just like, I didn't know because I've never been put in that situation before. I'm like, oh, like he just, you know, wants to, you know, chat and, you know. So I used to tell him the days I would be there. I'd be like, oh, I'll be here Wednesday. You know, like I didn't really think twice about it, you know. So then he just started coming in the days I was working. If he went in and I wasn't there, he would ask my coworkers like where I was. He would be like, oh, when is Adria coming in again? Like, that's not okay. So then it was like a week or so before Christmas or something, and he just like casually brought up the fact that he was at Applebee's or something, and I was like, oh yeah, Applebee's, good. The next time he came in, he gave me a gift card to Applebee's. I was like, I didn't even know how to feel. Like, I've never had somebody that I'm not friends with like give me something, like a stranger, like someone I don't know. He was like, oh, Merry Christmas. I was like, wow, like that's really nice, but it's like, why would you do something like that? You know, like that's weird, and it made me uncomfortable. I was just like, okay. And then when I told Brandon, I was like, so that guy, you know, that always comes in to talk to me and stuff, really nice, like gave me this gift card, and he was like, all right, well, that's a little weird. So Brandon and I went and had a free lunch. So that's cool and everything, but like, that's just weird. And so, you know, like I thanked him. I was like, oh yeah, we went to Applebee's, you know, it was nice, thank you. He was also nice to another girl I worked with, and you know, we would just like chat with him about stuff, and he gave us like good like life advice about like going to college and stuff like that. So I thought he was just like looking out for like younger people, you know, just like, because, you know, there's people like that. There's people that don't mean anything creepy by it. They're just trying to give you advice, trying to be nice. You know, they see that you're young and they just want to help. I had, like, made mention that I rode my bike to work. I don't remember how that came up. I don't remember if he asked me, like, what kind of car I drove or whatever. You know, I made mention that I was saving up for a car, and I was like, oh yeah, I ride my bike to work, you know, no big deal. But this was months before. This was like before I thought it was creepy or anything. And he said to me, if I was your boyfriend, I would buy you a car. I was like, what the hell? So that was kind of weird, but I was like while I was away at the end of February, beginning of March, he asked someone that I worked with for my phone number while I wasn't there. And they didn't give it to him, obviously. They're like, no, I can't do that. So then my friend Sarah texted me. She was like, okay, this guy asked for your number today. And I was like, are you kidding me? She went and told like the manager, why would you ask for somebody's number? And before I had left, I didn't even tell him that I was leaving. Like, he asked when I was working again. I was just like, oh, I don't know. Because I started just being very brief with him, because I'm like, all right, I'm not going to tell him when I'm working. I'm just going to be very just short. Like, he used to be like, oh, what'd you do over the weekend? I'd be like, oh, you know, I went grocery shopping. I went out to dinner, you know. I used to be like open in a friendly way, but now I'm just like, no, like, he's weird, he's creepy. I don't know what this guy is gonna do, so I'm just not gonna say anything. And I started being like extremely rude to him on purpose, because I want him to just like stop talking to me. I'm just not gonna say anything. Like, I don't make eye contact with him anymore. I think like once I had mentioned that like I was looking for another job, I was like, you know, like, I don't know, I might find another job. He's like, where are you thinking about working? It's like, dude, all right, it's like, all right, now if I do get another job, I am not telling you where I am going. I am not telling anybody in this place where I am going, because I do not want you to find out. And someone that I worked with, she was like, oh, I don't think like he's dangerous. I don't think he would ever try anything. But he started trying to hug me. Like I could tell once like he was trying to hug me, and that freaked me out. One time he like tried to pretend to like tie my shoe, and he was like, oh, your shoe's untied, and like he went down like he was gonna tie it, and he was like, oh, I'm just kidding. I was like, and he gave me another gift card for Valentine's Day. He gave me a gift card, where was it to? I think to Chili's for Valentine's Day. I was like, oh my gosh, why? I mean, and like, that's nice and everything, but I've like read things online that say like creepers and stalkers and people, like, they try to get on your good side and like they give you stuff. It's like, I don't even know what to do about it. So if anybody has ever dealt with anything like this, especially when it involves your work, when there's like so little you can do, let me know, because I've never had a encounter like this. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to disclose a lot of information about it, because I still have my job there, so I don't like want to say more than that. You know, maybe one day when I no longer work there, I could go more in depth about it, but for now, that's it. And I just like, I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I've considered quitting my job over this, because I just feel creeped out. I ride my bike to work. Like, how safe am I doing that now? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like one of those situations where it's just like, okay, I feel unsafe. So any advice you guys might have, even if you've never been in a situation like this, if you have any advice, you know, let me know. I guess that's gonna be it for this. Oh, also real quick before I go, I recently joined patreon.com, and that is basically a website where you guys can support content creators. I think that's a really good opportunity for me to grow my channel. I'm still trying to figure out everything about it, but you can like offer rewards for people for being patrons to your channel. So basically you like donate a certain amount of money each month to content creators that you support. If you choose to support me, I would love to reward you guys, but I'm not sure what kind of rewards you guys would like. I mean, right now I have like, I'll write you a handwritten letter, I'll do like a drawing of anything of your choice, I'll mention your name in a video, but I don't know what kind of rewards people typically do. I mean, I don't know. I can't really like afford to like give everybody like a free iPod or something, you know, like whatever you guys would like to see me do. Like if you want me to like take a certain video request, or for people that donate to see like unlisted videos that only you get to see. Like I've seen other people on Patreon do that, but I don't know. So any ideas you guys might have, let me know. But if you guys want to check out my Patreon, it'll be linked at the top down below. Even if you just donate $1 a month, that means a lot to me, because the reason I set up Patreon is because my goal is to do YouTube full time. I would love to just be at home all day just creating content, and I'd love to do more like skit type things. I would love to get like more props, more equipment, more, you know, just things like that. I would just love to better my channel. Right now I have to work a part-time job and do this, but if I could just do this, there would be more videos. So in the end, that is my goal. You know, this isn't me like begging for money, like, oh, I'm broke, you know, help me pay my rent, girl. Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to better my content for you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And I really feel like this website could help me do that, because I would be able to invest more money back into my YouTube channel. You know, the videos of me and Brandon eating Lunchables and doing stuff like that, like, you know, those cost money. So yeah, right now the rewards on my Patreon aren't really that great, but if you guys have any suggestions of what I could do to improve it, you know, any suggestions for rewards, please let me know. I'm running out of filming time on my camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and even if you can't afford to donate to my Patreon, I still love you anyway. But I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye!